Hello Internet! We are going to hop on and do a few more Battle Spot games, so I hope you've been enjoying these. Let's pick some music, whatever that one is, and let's see what we get. Hopefully you saw yesterday's video and that it should be in a higher quality now, so you can go on to the 720 quality on YouTube now and see these things a little bit crisper than before. As we find someone just shy of 1,700 from Japan with a Trick Room team. This is very similar to Wolf's team, but there's a Bronzong and an Amoonguss. Don't think Wolf had an Amoonguss, but it does look, yeah, it looks a little bit susceptible to Kyurem, so we're going to go with Kyurem this game. And Whimsicott and Groudon. I suppose you never really know with Bronzong if it's got a Mental Herb or a Lum Berry, and it's quite an important bit of information for this team. But don't know, this guy, I'm sure he wants to win to put himself over 1,700, but we want to start climbing a little bit as well. Although if the games are alright, I mean the season isn't that old, so don't think that many people have climbed too high, to be honest, so we should be getting some decent games. But we've got Dialga, Kyogre to worry about. Only one Mega Evolution, the Kangaskhan. Maybe we'll see that in the back. Don't think he'll lead with it. I think potentially Thundurus Bronzong or Thundurus Dialga. Probably Thundurus Bronzong, that's probably his best lead against me, with a potential Kyogre switch in. But he's, taking his time. His top two Pokemon were Dialga and Thundurus, weren't they? So if he did time out, maybe we'll see a Dialga and a Thundurus. We see that's a Salamence and a Bronzong, okay. Well, I didn't expect that. Interesting. Now, Bronzong. I didn't expect Bronzong to one-shot my Kyurem with a Gyro Ball, but it did happen to me a little while ago. So, he could just protect his Salamence and go for a Gyro Ball here. And I'm kind of expecting that, to be honest. So, I'm going to go for a Feint and a nice Beam. Yeah, good. He could have switched that out. That would have been maybe the better play for him. But we're probably trading Salamence for Kyurem here. I don't think he'll be going for a Trick Room because I do threaten with the Taunt as well. And, well, we'll see if this knocks it out or not. It does? Okay, well, there we go. So, I don't really mind that trade too much. What did he have in the back? He had Kyogre, Dialga. I've got those to worry about. Maybe a Moongus too. I'm gonna... The thing is, if he just sends his Kyogre out here, he can just get the weather, so I don't really want to put my Groudon out. That looks like a Thundurus. So... This is interesting. What I'm going to do is, again, I'm not going to go for a Gravity. I'm going to taunt this Thundurus and protect my Whimsicott. Because he might be trying to taunt either of my Pokemon. Yeah, he's taunting the Sableye. That's alright. The worst thing would be, like, if he did get a taunt off onto my Whimsicott. I need my Whimsicott to be able to move like that. Maybe he's going for a Trick Room here, maybe not. No, just a Gyro Ball into my Whimsicott, okay. So, now, because he hasn't gone for a Trick Room, I'm thinking that this Bronzong probably has a Lum Berry. So I'm going to taunt it this turn and bring in my Groudon. Because I don't want Whimsicott's Sash being broken. He could just be going for a Thunderbolt and a Gyro Ball into the Whimsicott this time. He could be switching one of his Pokemon into Kyogre as well. I don't have to worry about that. Ooh, well, we'll see if it is Mental Herb or not. No, it's not. Okay. And the Thunderbolt and Gyro Ball into the Whimsicott. Yeah, good. Right, so yeah, I was kind of expecting the taunt to be successful there because all of these turns I was threatening with a taunt, and he just kept going for a Gyro Ball, so I think it must be a Lumberry. Now, I can Gravity. Well, I am going to Gravity. The question is, do I go for a Precipice Blades, or do I go for a Swords Dance? That is indeed a question. Well, both of his Pokemon are taunted, so they can't protect. So actually, I'm just going to go for a Precipice Blades. I do normally quite like to, and we'll see how much this does as well. We'll see if another one will take it out. I do normally quite like to Swords Dance, but didn't really see too much mileage from that, because I'll be knocking everything out either way, and you know, one Swords Dance or two Precipice Blades on this Kyogre, which he kind of had to switch in here, so we'll see. I'm expecting the Thundurus to have a Focus Sash. Damn, that's annoying. That could be big actually, if I get a full Paralysis one turn. And yeah, there is a Focus Sash there. Okay, ooh, well, we see that did just over half to that Kyogre. Now, do I protect my Groudon and bring in Whimsicott? Because he's probably going to be going for an Origin Pulse and a Thunderbolt onto the Sableye, really. Oh, this is tough. Or do I go for a Feint and a Precipice Blades? I think it's a Trick Room team, so I should be faster. I don't get fully paralyzed. The Feint was just to do that little extra bit of damage there. I didn't want to feint the Thundurus, because obviously if I feinted the Thundurus, I would have knocked it out. It would have been single target damage on his Kyogre, which would definitely have knocked it out. But he could have switched his Thundurus out to Bronzong, and obviously that would have survived the feint, and I wouldn't have had that extra bit of chip damage onto the Kyogre. So that's why I went for the feint onto the Kyogre there instead. And the game should be mine now, so all it's got is his Bronzong left. So I'm sorry, Mr. Japanese person. I mean, I say the game should be over. If Gravity ends, then I've only really got Fairy and Rock move. Gravity hasn't ended yet, has it? Only Fairy and Rock moves to hit the Bronzong with. Yeah, good. I was second guessing myself, like Gravity hasn't ended it, has it? But no, and that's the game over, and we carry on, and we will be starting to search for another opponent in just one moment. So, no, we don't have to save the video, and yes, we want to continue battle with the battle box. Okay. So, we're getting there, I suppose. Yeah, this team is interesting. Like, I like this team. Like, you can see how it's definitely a Barry team. Like, 2 pranksters and lots of RNG rolls and all the rest of it. Kind of wish I'd given myself a bit of an easier ride sometimes, but this looks interesting. This looks like well, my team. Apart from he's got the Talonflame and Clefairy, I did use Talonflame instead of Salamence on this team for quite a while, but he's got the fairy, the other little fairy, instead of my little fairy, so he's got a little fairy there to help with Trick Room a little bit better, and I've got my little fairy here to put things to sleep a little bit better. Hello, sorry, I'm just getting distracted by my hand. Anyway, This is tricky. We're gonna go Sableye Kyurem. When he's got Groudon. We're gonna go with Kyurem again. But I'm kind of expecting him to lead Sableye Kyurem, or maybe Clefairy Kyurem. Both of which don't really want to see. That is okay. Well, there is a Kyurem, but there's a Gengar too. Now, what we're going to do then is we're going to go for a Quash, seeing as he didn't lead with his Sableye or anything that could redirect attacks. That's what I was worried about. That's what I was worried about with the Clefairy, follow me, and his own Sableye with Quash. Because if both of us use Quash, then I'm pretty sure it is the Sableye that goes second that gets the last Quash that is the effective one, or is the most effective one. Now, I am sort of expecting this Kyurem to be Scarfed as well. It might not be. You never know. Well, it's not protecting. And we get to see a Dragon Pulse, which is not a move you get to see every day. And it does knock it out. Now, the thing that might worry me is if this Gengar... is if this Gengar had Disable, because I would be trapped in and I'm choice locked and I'd just be struggling. So I got a little bit lucky there. He did try and Hypnosis me. He was probably expecting just a... and now he's going to Quick Guard, I guess. He was probably expecting me to set up Gravity and just Blizzard. I do want to taunt this Gengar. Like, I really want to taunt this Gengar. But at the same time, I want to knock out this Talonflame as well. Because I think he might just be going for a Quick Guard here. Or is protecting Gengar on my taunt and going for a Tailwind. Yeah, that is exactly what he's doing. Okay, now hopefully this Dragon Pulse will knock out the Talonflame. Oh, it doesn't. Damn. And it's got a Citrus Berry? Yeah? Okay. Well, that is... makes things a little bit trickier, because then next turn, like if the Talonflame had gone down, I could have just got a Taunt onto the Gengar. But I'm pretty sure he will be going for probably a Quick Guard, maybe a Hypnosis, I don't know. I mean, the game can still go either way. I mean, he can still hit his Hypnosis, and that would damage me, it would hurt me. So I'm going to go for a Taunt onto the Gengar, which kind of forces him to Quick Guard, I suppose, and Dragon Pulse onto the Talonflame as well, just because I want that knocked out. Ooh, not even any Quick Guards. He might just be going for just a straight knockout here then. Or maybe not. Don't know. Maybe he doesn't have Quick Guard. Not all Talonflame have Quick Guard. Yeah, he was going for Hypnosis there. Okay. And the Talonflame does go down this turn. Citrus Berry Talonflame. Interesting. You know, you say that. I think I actually did use a Citrus Berry Talonflame at the very beginning of this season. With Swords Dance. So he cannot get Tailwind up anymore now, and I've got, what, 2 more turns of Tailwind to burn through. I've got Whimsicott and Groudon in the back. Okay, so Groudon's not really too worried about the Gengar. I want to get some chip damage onto this Groudon and to put it into Precipice Blade's range. If both my Pokemon go down here, then that's okay. If anything, I'd like both of them to go down. What? What? What did I just do? Oh, he used Feint. Whoops. I intended on going for a Quash. So, that was a genuine sort of blip by me. Obviously, I was trying to get the chip damage onto the Groudon with a Quash, you know, a Quash and a Dragon Pulse, but I really did not mean to go for a Feint there, so that was a big whoops by me. Oh dear, because this means that basically if he protects his Groudon here and gets a Sludge Bomb Poison on my Whimsicott, so 30% chance, he can still win this game. Oh no! What? Gravity's ended. I haven't paid attention to this, have I? Gravity has ended. Of course gravity ended. Well, this has been a bit of a game, hasn't it, really? Oh dear. Well, speed tie, 50-50. Who wins? The RNG will decide. Yeah, I did not pay attention to that. That's my bad. If that was a speed tie, I've just won it, and this should knock out his Groudon. Oh, and it doesn't. Will his knock mine out? I think it will. Yeah, it will. Wow. His Groudon then must be a bit slower and a bit bulkier. Ah, that is poor. Oh dear. I had the game because basically that misclick, if you want to call it that, cost me the game, because that is exactly why I wanted that chip damage onto the Groudon. So that's unfortunate. That's a lapse in concentration, I guess, but it is what it is. If my fingers had done what my brain was thinking, then I would have won that game. But I wasn't paying too much attention at the end there. That's annoying. But if you've enjoyed watching this, please like and share and do all of the things. So thanks a lot, and goodbye for now.